Okay. I believe the microphone's being broadcasted. Stick with me here, guys. Oh, wrong button. And yeah, it's a pretty good setup so far. I'm trying to get better with it. Said there's just so much to this game. It's crazy. You can get so caught up in just this aspect. I've never played Minecraft. I have 3 characters at levels like 85 or above. That's how much I've played this game. I've never played Minecraft, never played Sims or Sim Cities or anything like that, but this really fascinates me. Like, it's awesome that they added this. Fallout's one of my top 5 favorite games. I have a really good article I wrote, my top 5 favorite video games of all time, on my website, planetshnars.com, www.planetshnars.com. I have a ton of PlayStation 4 stuff on there, Destiny mainly, and Fallout 4. I'm going to be streaming a lot more. I'm just starting this, just getting back to it. Just created this website up, and going to get rolling with it here. So pardon the interruption here. Thanks for your patience while I load this. If you have any questions, if there's anything you want answered, if there's anything you don't know how to do, feel free to ask. I'll hook it up. I'd say I'm 95% knowledgeable as far as building civilizations goes. This looks like the Warwick pump area. So they loaded me here for some reason, but let me show you. Again, these villages aren't 100% set up just yet, but let's get to where we're at. Alright, so we're at Warwick Homestead, as I mentioned, in case you didn't know. Spectacle Island, where we came from, my other character, is there. It's missing. I haven't done it yet. I'm saving it for the last. Just got a question of what's my best weapon. With this guy, it's definitely this one. It is my favorite, the Enraged Overcharged Gatling Laser. I've been playing this since Fallout 3, so Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and this one. It's always been my favorite gun anyway since the first game. Now it's just a beast. If you look at it, it just rampages. The cool thing about it is it doesn't use ammo. It uses the fusion cores instead, and they last a while. So that's honestly my favorite weapon. I have a lot of junk on this dude. I don't even use half this stuff, to be honest. My favorites, I'm big on being quiet. A lot of people don't like to roll around sneaking all the time, but I think it's the best way in the game, man. Creep, be as quiet as you can, use a silencer, and then this gun does 50% more against humans. I mean, you can't beat that. I literally one-hit everything through VATS, and it doesn't even come at me. I build a lot of bottle cap mines. I'm a huge proponent of bottle cap mines. I've been using those since Fallout 3. They just wreck anything coming at you. Drop a couple of those down, hide back, take a couple pot shots, let them come running right through them. Boop, they'll be gone. Also, I really like these kind of guns that they give you, the explosive, powerful automatic combat rifles. It doesn't necessarily have to be the combat rifle, but anything that has the explosive, powerful part to it is pretty bestial, especially against like the Mirelurks, the stuff with the heavy armor. This stuff drops them like quick, and it stuns them like immediately. They don't even get at you. Laser pistols are pretty good weaponries. Molotov cocktails are useful against ghouls. You see some ghouls, fire one of those at them and just kind of chuckle. So those are pretty much the main weapons I use. I don't rotate through too many, to be honest, because I don't need much. I usually keep my big double-powered weapon, a good powerful explosive gun, and then a nice auto rifle. I usually have a pistol on me. Oh, there it is. Didn't even see it. The Deliverer. I forgot about this gun. They give it to you kind of early in the game. It gives you improved VATS chance, notice silencer, and 25% less action point cost. So you can literally just creep around, picking people apart, and they never even hear you. Just stay still, stay silent, stay in the shadows, and you'll own people with it. But yeah, those be my favorites. So anyway, we come into Warwick, and as I stated before, always have just one way in. Funnel them. Notice that right away they're funneled. They got no way into this place. If you go all the way around, you'll see the same thing. There's one way in. Started to get a little creative with this one, built a tunnel way. So when they come in here, you notice right away, laser, missile. There's a guard here. My guard is not set up. That bothers me. I'm not as finished with this third character as I am the second one. He doesn't have his armor. He doesn't have his gear. It kind of bothers me to look at. But anyway, this is a newer one. So you come in, as I said, always have funneled right in. I got some shops set up on the right-hand side here. I leveled up. I just got XP and I don't even know why. Come in, here's your farm. Farm's already pretty much set up here. This is an easy spot to build. with. They pretty much give you everything you need off the rip. Warwick Homestead. Come in, just kind of use this for most of my beds. So everybody else set up, snug, comfy, etc., etc. But the good stuff gets over here. I put my water jammies in there. I thought it was pretty clever. And I built the electricity up to it, and they don't even take up any space. They're just totally out of the way. I got my farm pumping strong. And then you even come up here, I got some more beds laid out. Scavenger unit, etc. But notice everything's fenced off. You can't get into here. There's no way in. So literally, if the enemies try to attack, I'll have me some potatoes. Eat me some taters. If you try to come in here, you're just getting hoisted. That's all there is to it. So once again, the concept is funnel everybody to the main area. So let me give you a good idea of a totally finished product here. Guys, Fallout is an awesome game. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to pop them up. I'm absolutely happy to answer them. I've put way too much time into this game, but in a good way. I do love it. So video games are for a good escape. This one is definitely a good escape. Like I said, the whole adding the creative part to it is just, it's awesome. Like, I can't get enough of it. It's pretty cool. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to be doing some Destiny. I just haven't played too much Destiny, to be honest, since Festival of the Lost in November, so I'm a little rusty. Gots to get back into it. I thought there was going to be a level cap in this game when I first started playing. I got to level 50 and I was all like, oh man, I was so careful with what skills I picked and whatnot, and then, no, you're fine. There is no cap. Just keep leveling up. Go west, my friend. Alright, so this is something I started my third character. Not only do I now have everything funneling into one way, but notice I have a guard post on either side and an elevated guard post above. This opened me up to, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I bought the strategy guide for this game, and I was pretty disappointed in it. The maps were the only thing I really used, and they were pretty confusing, to be honest. But the one thing that it taught me, probably maybe the only thing, but anyway, it taught me think vertical. Think going upward instead of outward. My problem was definitely I was going outward instead of upward. It really elevated my thinking to going upward, as you see. It's kind of cheesy. I know it looks weird. They just let you kind of like free hang because there's no way a structure like that would just sit in the sky like that. However, if you can live with it, whatever. The aesthetics aren't the best, but it's fully functional and it works perfect. People come in here, they're not getting very far. They're literally about to get destroyed. So, yeah, good luck. I have this place entirely fenced off all the way around. You can do an entire circle around this place and you'll see there's no way in. Come in here. For the weary travelers, you can immediately sit down and chill out. I built a dual structure. This is something else I started doing. I'm trying to separate guard tower, the guards from the farmers, if you will. I'm not trying to segregate anybody, but it's just easier so they have less to walk. The guards don't sleep much, so they don't need too much sleeping at night. This is my main area I set up for myself here in Sanctuary. I keep armor that I'm working on here, so this is one I'm still piecing together with this dude. I have most of the magazines already, though. As you see, not quite as many as my other character, but I'm getting there. I have all the bobbleheads with this. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. It's just on the ground somewhere, like glitched out. But anyway, I do have all of them. I'd like to have a cabinet. I keep a cabinet with all of my legendaries to separate them because it makes it so much easier instead of having to delve and jump into one giant pile of stuff. Like when you go in your weapons bench, you know, you got your weapons, you got your apparel, you got aid, you got your missile bottle caps. There's no point in adding to that. Try to separate as much as you can. So I separate my legendaries over here, and then actually out here right beside my power station, I have a little desk set up, and I have all my excess power armor stuff set up. Again, separating it. This is stuff I use to build suits, put in villages, etc., etc. I always have one of these in every village that they can jump into it and roll with it if they want. If you've never seen this paint job, this is the railroad paint job. You get cool with them, they let you use it. It's awesome. Oh, I just failed to help defend Starlight. Oh well, they'll survive. Anyway, railroad's awesome. That thing looks pretty cool, all black. Pretty sweet. It's my favorite one, actually. But anyway, like I was saying, so keep your stuff separated. Just makes it so much easier when you're jumping back and forth, and you move so much stuff in this game around. I'll put Sean's crib in here just to keep it real. Miss you, Sean. Miss you, buddy. Anyway, you come up to the second level up here. I got beds set up for all the working folk. Then you come up to my third level in this particular area, and you have turret guns in between all my guard shacks. This is something else I started doing, putting my little guard posts, and then a missile launcher in the middle. Missile launcher is just destroy, dude. Just if you haven't got far enough to use a missile launcher yet, they're very nice. Anyway, so you see, I build a little walkway that they can transfer from back and forth. This person just used it. Come down here. And that's how I built. The level was off, obviously, from one to the next, so that's how I fixed that problem. Just a little simple set of stairs. Anyway, you come over here. This is my other area. Let me bounce out of here just so you get the full feel. Everyone's having a little powwow going on out here. Anyway, so when you would come over from there, come walking by. I have no idea why everyone's just out here chilling. Like, get to work, people! You've got jobs to do. You notice my guards wandering around full gear. This is something new I started in the third level. I give them heavy guns to roll around with. He's not playing around. He ain't playing around at all. There's the drinking buddy, in case you haven't found him. This game likes to glitch a bit and do stuff like this. They'll just walk right into the wall whenever there's a perfectly good door right beside his face. However, I digress. In this particular one, this is where my bar area is. I got it all set up, little pool table. I don't have the balls and the cue stick. It's all set up like I do in my other one, but I will. And if you don't know how to do that, you just go into your inventory and just drop items. Just stand here and just drop the cue ball, drop the pull stick, drop the whatever, and you just land on the table. And that's how you make it look like that. Pretty simple. I have my whole farm set up here, so that way the premise is if something would get in the only way that they could, you notice they can't get to the farm right away. It's all fenced off here, fenced off here. You can see it, but you can't really do much. They would have to be forced to come through this area, which again brings them in line with more turret guns. And then come in and you have this farm area with all the farmers be attacking you as well. I should actually put a turret. Oh, I do. Okay, there's a turret gun right up there. So here's a farm. One thing I do with my other guys, you could build your generators in this building if you want. Use this for a little generator building. Keep them safe. I have a little doghouse here in case a dog shows up. There is, what's her face? There's old Piper, kicking it. Old school for me. Farming it. Little razor grain. In case you don't understand how the food works, one person can operate, can create food for 6 people. Now, if you notice, the mute fruit is a 1 production value. Everything else is a half production value, meaning it takes 2 of the half to make enough food for 1 person. So, in essence, this chickie right here, Marcy, who is such a mean chick, by the way. She's a meanie. No matter how much you build up their place, she's always rude. But anyway, she could potentially farm 6 mute fruit plants on her own, or 12 tato plants. Hypothetically, or a mixture of the two. She can do 3 of those and 6 of these, but the point being, 1 person can never produce more than 6. Same thing with your defense. 1 person is all you need to guard 3 guard posts. 1 person can patrol between 3 guard posts easily, and that will give you a defense rating of 6. When I first started playing, I made the mistake. I assigned 1 person per guard shack. I was wasting people, and my happiness wasn't high, and I couldn't figure out why. It's because people were like, why do I need to do this dude's job, I guess, because he should be able to do this on his own. So, with that in mind, if you notice, I always do my guard shacks, or guard garrisons in 3s. So there's 1, third one, 2, and 3, and then I just have 1 person, that guy up there on the top left, see his face sticking up, he rotates right between those 3. On top of this building up there on the left, I have 3. 1 person rotates between those 3. So, food, 1 person can produce up to 6. Defense, 1 person can produce up to 6. But again, 3 guard shacks per 1 person. Once again, this is armored clothing this dude's wearing. It's not like I just am throwing him to the wind. He's got a pretty heavy machine gun. Love the pompadour wig. But he does have the armored clothing, like I said. Get cool with the railroad. They will let you add ballistic fiber to clothing that armors it. And it is very well worth it. The rest of my sanctuary is kind of just for show. I don't really have anything else in here. Everything's blocked off. As you see, it is literally fenced off to the nth degree. There's no way in here except for that main way. Think 300. This is pretty cool. I love my hazmat suit with a flamethrower wandering around. All of my shop owners are dressed in armored, fancy clothing, so I know who they are. She's one of the shop owners. All of my farmers always have armored farmer clothes on. That way I know. And also a miner's helmet. One thing I've noticed is they seem to farm longer at night if there's light available. So you can either build lights for the farm, or just do what I did. Give them all miner's helmets, and they'll turn on their own at night. And then they can farm at night without a problem. So all of my farmers always look like that. All of my shop owners are always dressed in nicer attire. As you see, the guys are wearing suits. My doctor always is wearing a sea captain's hat, eyeglasses, and a lab coat. No idea. But anyway, and I do have a thing. There's Vault Tech Rep. If you remember from the beginning of the game, if you haven't found him, the Vault Tech Rep dude survived the war. He ghouled out, as you can see, but you can find him in Good Neighbor. I just stop and think. The Good Neighbor Hotel, second floor, or third floor, top floor. You'll see him randomly just popping out, and pretty cool. I always have somebody dressed like him in each of my villages. So, yeah, like I said, I dress all my villagers separately so that when I show up, like say I show up, it's 10 p.m. and I need to talk to somebody or I need to give somebody something, I want to know what their job title is, or if they don't have a job title. If somebody new shows up and they're in normal clothes, I know right away they're the new guy, because they don't have clothes. So this is one of my shop owners. He's in some fancier gear, and he's not wandering around with a gun, so that gives it away. So yeah, so that's how I built my sanctuary. Let me get to my other stuff, some of my other stuff I got going on here. Let's go to Abernathy Farm. Abernathy Farm, well, my first gameplay, I rolled right past this place. I didn't even know it was there, to be honest. I don't know how I missed it. But in case you pulled a Darth and didn't find it, this is an awesome farm to find right off the rip, especially when you first start. This place will hook you up with almost as much food as you need. The biggest problem I've had with all three of my characters is having food to plant when I have my civilizations. This solves that problem. There's so much food already here that you can just excavate and harvest in Shnars. You do know that you can create your own points to land wherever you want, by the way. Put one of these little control mats down. Welcome mat. And you can control your landing spot. That is under here in, not crafting, it's resources. Oops. There's resources, miscellaneous, go all the way over, and you see this little fast travel target. Put those wherever you want. Put it somewhere safe so whenever you show up, you're not going to get shot at. If it says, hey, you need to head here to defend it, you fast travel there. You don't want to fast travel and end up in the middle of the gunfight. I've done it before. You'll die immediately, and then it quick saves right there, and you're stuck on that save point, and it's a real pain in the Shnars. So make sure you put this in a safe spot. I hate when people get in my way. Thank you, Chicky. I'm going to show you this place from the front. So this is Abernathy Farm. As you're coming in, one more time, I only give you one way in. I kind of leave the artillery guy out here by himself. He's kind of hanging, but he has plenty of protection. A lot of turrets, guard shacks. All my man behavior, be a good neighbor. Love the music for this game. Best parts of the Fallouts are the music. Not the best part, but one of them. Anyway, you come in, and again, I have the same concept. I got guard shacks galore looking you in. There's only one way in. I kind of pin you into a narrow area. Again, think 300, pin people in. Think about 4 people having to rush through this little area. That machine gun's going to rip them up. Plus, if you notice up top, what's above me? You got a missile launcher and a heavy laser turret staring right at somebody's faces. So anything that, as soon as it gets to this spot, bye-bye. That missile launcher is going to destroy anything in a big group. So that's what you want to do. Funnel stuff, 300 style, missile launch their faces. The missile launchers will just keep firing. There's really no ammo for them. They'll just keep unloading. I always like to build a little fire area. People come out here and cook. This is a huge farming area. I mean, the limitations are crazy. This is my 3rd time having Abernathy Farm, 3rd character, obviously, and this is the 3rd different way that I've done it. I've done it a different way every time. I was building up the first 2. This time I built out because I defended it enough that I felt that people weren't going to get in. Build up some picket fencing. If you don't have the picket fencing, you're wondering how I have picket fencing and you don't, you actually need to find a book to get it. There's no way to get that without the book. Lucky tonight. London City, that's my jam. Anyway, so you can come in here, my farm area, once again, at every single civilization, make sure you have one of these guys built up. That's what's up right there. And then as you come upstairs, I got all my shops again. So pretty much the main concept here, guys, if you notice, I mean, I could go village after village, but there's really no point. It's all the same underlying theme. What you want to think about is funnel people in. Funnel people in. Get everybody to come in one way, have only one entrance, one exit, and then block the rest of it off. And not only... What are you doing, dude? What's up, buddy? Not only have one way in, but have that one way in just heavily fortified and ready to rock if you needed to. There's my postal carrier wandering around. What's up? How you doing, buddy? Anyway, that's lesson 1 here from old Darth Dracul as the kitten lays around getting all crazy. Thank you for paying attention. This is Darth Dracul coming at you live from the Fnirsen. PlanetShnars.com, www.planetshnars.com. Stay tuned for more. A lot more Destiny, a lot more Fallout 4 coming at you. Giggity. Catch you all soon on the flip side.